This is the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. We're ready for tip-off, and these fans are as well. It's their home team getting set to match up with a very formidable opponent. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, this crowd is hyped, and you look at their guys coming in. They appear to be fired up and ready to go. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be a good one.
And the big thing here was getting that all-important split on the road. Now they come home with home court advantage and an opportunity to move ahead in this series if they can take care of business in Game 3.
Screen coming. And he scores on the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden with the basketball. Just getting started in Game 3. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Julius Randle. KD with the rock. Surveys the floor. Durant to Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Harden. Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's
flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Sets him up. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Irving brings the ball up court to Harden. Probing the defense. Short jump. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Durant with the basketball up top. Trailing by 4. To Griffin. Harden. They'll get it to Durant. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Durant across the timeline. Down 2. To Harden. Kevin Durant, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Screen coming. Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Has a look. Harden shot, no good.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Irving into the front court. The score 10-8 to Durant. To Irving. Shot clock winding down to Durant. Has a chance. Kevin Durant, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
To Julius Randle. The pass set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Kyrie with the run. To Durant. Probing the defense. Here's Durant for two. Rebound taken by the Knicks. Nothing going here on that drive. That's no good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
To Kevin Knox. Lets it fly from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Here's Irving into the front court. 5-point game. Durant and knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that three-point shot than one instead from 22 feet.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Harden to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. To Irving. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Drive on the baseline, but a shot stays out.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Durant. The drive, right to the basket. Can't connect. Knocks it down from mid-range.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
To Durant. Gets a shot up. Off. Durant follows up with the putback.
Nice work by KD there to stay with the ball and follow through with a strong finish.
Randall. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Brooklyn's got it. Oh, nice step through to get to the basket.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Rocking the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
And that one out of bounds off a net. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. pass as it's taken away by the Nets. To Durant. To Aldridge. And draws the foul.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
LaMarcus Aldridge. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 80% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Here's a chance from long range. That's rebounded by the Nets. To Durant. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Down low, Noel.
He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Changes coming from both sides right now. Rose. Fires the 3. Tough shot. Well defended. Nets have the basketball. Harden to Durant. Knocked loose. Durant. And scores, plus the foul. LaMarcus Aldridge cashes in, and now with a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
LaMarcus Aldridge trying to cash in on a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw is good to cap off the 3-point play. And the lead is down to 3. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Rose can't connect from in close.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Durant to Aldridge. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
LaMarcus Aldridge at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Add one more to his total. Nice finish at the rim.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Harden to Aldridge. Mitchell Robinson pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
To Rose. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Durant with the basketball up top. They trail by 2. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist sends it away. And he'll go to the foul line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First free throw is good.
Get it, shoot it again.
Able to convert on both free throws. Knicks with the basketball. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. That's it for the first quarter. No separation so far. It's all even. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Kyrie across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Irving with the basketball. Down just a couple. To Durant. Shot from in close, no good. Payton to Rose. To Payton. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Fires the 3. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Knocks down the first. Second one's no good. One more coming. Kevin Durant with the rock. Here comes the screen. Durant to Beasley. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Time to shuffle things up. Payton into the front court. Leads forward. Off the mark. Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Rose. From the outside, no good. The follow won't go either. The possession lies with New York. Rose. Goes reverse to lay it in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Durant to Allen Crabbe. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Elfrid Payton. It'll stay Brooklyn basketball. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Entering the game for the New York Knicks, number 10,
Irving. On a pass stolen by the Knicks.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Rose on the drive, but it won't go down.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And he'll head to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Nothing going here on that drive. To Payton. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Irving to Harden. No good. Short jumper off the mark.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Kyrie lets it go and strokes it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Driving right to the basket. DeAndre Jordan with the block. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree
The
with the refs.
2021 NBA playoffs 3-round games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Groove AIM 2021.
Julius Randle able to recover with the block. New York in control of the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Right now, down 7. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden. Down low for Griffin. Can't connect from inside. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Kevin Knox. The Nets have the rebound. Mitchell Robinson with a piece. That's his third block this evening. Draws the contact, and Jordan will go to the line to shoot two.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
DeAndre Jordan at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Missed the second one as well. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Harden to Irving. Now a steal on a very lazy pass there. That's usually one that he'll knock down. LeVert with a shot, no good.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
Irving into the front court. 5-point game. Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. New York Knicks basketball. Sizing up the defense. From long range, he was all over him. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Every NBA player has a superpower. His, obviously, is that depth perception, because that trajectory leads the ball to the net every time.
Picked up by the Nets. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Karis LeVert, couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Here comes the screen. Ah, can't miss those. Here's Irving into the front court. Down 2. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Kevin Knox. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Harden to Irving. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Second effort. The follow won't go either.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
To Harden. And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Rose. Screen coming. Rose. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Harden shot, no good. Kevin Knox to Rose. DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Can't connect. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Harden. Takes stock of the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Kyrie across the timeline. Down 5. To Jordan. Down low. It was right there. To Kevin Knox. You've got to get that one to go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Irving with the basketball. They trail by 7. Here comes the screen. Harden to Durant. Harden to Jordan. Deep 2 there, won't go. Kevin Knox. Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Knicks are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the New York Knicks. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Brooklyn with the basketball. To Griffin. Surveys the floor. Irving to Jordan. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Griffin to Harden. Has a look. Wide open look.
Series is now tied at 2-2 between Los Angeles Lakers and Los Angeles Clippers in the 2021 NBA playoffs 3-round season 8 games.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Kevin Knox at the line. First one goes down. And he makes them both. Harden in possession. The margin standing now at 7. Irving to Harden. Here comes the screen. Irving to Jordan. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
The shot almost. Harden in possession. The deficit now up to 5. nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
Can we all
Series
just
is
agree
now
that that
tied at
handle is next
1-1
level
between
with that
New York
jumper's
Knicks
wet,
and
too?
Brooklyn Nets in the 2021 NBA playoffs 3-round season 8 games.
Blake Griffin, huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Beasley to Harden. To Irving. Going to launch beyond the arc. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it. Kyrie Irving is going to get 3 shots here. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. Three for 3. Nice. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Kyrie Irving. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Harden to Irving.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And throws it down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Griffin. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Kyrie. Not today.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Has a chance. Irving's shot off the mark. Kevin Knox. Oh, big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Irving into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. Five seconds to shoot. Irving. Textbook defense. Kevin Knox. And look out.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Harden with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Mitchell Robinson rejects it. 4th this contest. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 4 for 6.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. To Kevin Knox. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Here's Irving into the front court. Down 4. To Griffin. Harden. Here comes the screen. Kevin Durant lets it fly. The screen sets him up for 2. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. Mitchell Robinson snatching it out of the air. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Possession lies with New York. DeAndre Jordan swats it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Kyrie across the timeline. His team up by 1. Durant to Irving. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Blake Griffin tips it. Durant across the timeline. Up by 3. Trying to cash in. Shot by Durant won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Here comes the screen to Kevin Knox. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Kevin Knox at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Durant with the basketball up top. Leads 3. To Griffin. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Kevin Durant. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Durant. Has a look. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Knicks with the basketball. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Ed Davis pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Durant across the timeline. Lead stands at 7. Has a chance with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
Kevin Knox, deep left corner. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Shot from in close, no good. For 3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Kevin Knox. Nice pass to set things up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
New blood coming in for both sides. Rose. Down low, Noel. Scores from the post.
And if he don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Irving with the basketball. His team up by 7. Durant. The possession lies with New York. Alonzo Trier. Down low, Noel. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Irving to Durant. Curling inside. Short jumper off the mark. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Alonzo Trier. A pass stolen by the Nets. Durant to Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Nerlens Noel sends it away. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. That misses with a second to go. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Nets have the lead. The Knicks to inbound here to start the fourth quarter. And things went off the rails for them a bit in that third quarter as they watched their lead completely evaporate.
And then some. Now they find themselves behind.
Rose. Down low, Noel. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Irving to Durant. To Irving. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Kid Gilchrist defended by Kevin Durant. To Rose. Trying to cash in, and he scores. Unguardable, Jay.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. Durant to Davis. Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Alonzo Trier. Knicks with 4 to shoot. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Okay, that's all right. You take your lumps and you move on. You did exactly what the game plan was defensively to guard a player like that.
To Durant. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Doesn't get the bounce. Alonzo Trier to Rose. Down to Randall. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Aldridge gets a look. Can't hit. Rose into the front court. His guys now down by a point. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Karis LeVert trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Alonzo Trier. Down low, Noel. He throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Nets have it. Harden to Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Rose. Harden with it up top. They lead it. 4-point game. And a throwdown. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
To Julius Randle. Alonzo Trier. It's good.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
I think everyone in this building knows it's going to come down to the last 2 minutes. This game is going to be won with who decides to really show up on the defensive end of the ball.
What it do, bro? Emoji flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone, emoji flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone, emoji flexed biceps, medium dark skin tone.
Durant to Harden. To Durant. Harden buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
LaMarcus Aldridge with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Short jumper off the mark. New York in control of the basketball. To Kevin Knox. 4-3. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Short jumper misses. Harden into the front court. Up by 6. To Durant. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Durant lets it fly. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Harden in possession. Leads 4. Here's Durant for 2. Rebound hauled in by New York. Short jumper stays out to Davis. Lets it fly from long range. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Here comes the screen. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Time for some new personnel into the game. Durant to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
New York with 4 to shoot. Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Kevin Knox. To Julius Randle. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
To Julius Randle. Karis LeVert knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Here's a chance from long range. And the rebound taken down by Durant. Harden in possession. Lead stands at 7. Durant to Griffin. Able to convert inside. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Kevin Knox. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Nothing going here on that drive. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
New York Knicks basketball. Is in for two.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collected. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden to Durant. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Fires the three. Not easy.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Durant to Harden. Here's Durant for two. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
To Kevin Knox. From long range. Kevin Knox is going to get a chance at three here. He's perfect from the line so far. Off the mark on the first free throw. And he misses the second. Hits that one to go 2 for 3 on the trip. To Griffin. To Irving. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks. They'll need a quick shot, and then likely a quick foul in what is now a 2-possession game.
Welcome to the Stream NBA Live OG.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer,
Chilling
it's the
fan.
Nets who are victorious. They've moved ahead 2-1 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players.
Yes, I know
and
that's
the coaching
right, good
staff.
brother.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets. The Knicks are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. When a team goes back and review the film, coach will probably find areas of improvement. But one thing he can't say is they should have shot better. They did a great job of scoring in this game. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant is the choice for what you're seeing here, and that's unselfish play. Tight passes, great timing, and an impressive basketball IQ. He earned more respect than what I already have for him. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.